right, Ray? You know what? Yeah, with the last few years of teaching, that was really, really, really big. It was called mental math.
I'm going to love to know how you did your Santa, because that's one of the most amazing ones I've seen.
So I have a big thing where I say, okay, 7, I have to say 30.
Oh, I should probably turn them on, huh?
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're lighting up. We're lighting up your day. It's Monday at Memory Bound, and I'm Kelly. And look at Becky's here, so
Hi.
yay! Oh, we got to turn our lights on, too. Chris, would you mind turning our lights on? Chris? Oh, okay, Doug's coming around the corner. Oh,
think
Doug,
that's the only light.
let's show your shirt. Doug's got his Bucky shirt on. Janet sent Diane and Doug and I Bucky shirts. So there's Doug's. And then Becky, I'm going to hand you this, and just if you could show my shirt. I don't know, can you see it?
There's her shirt.
If I sit here, I got my Bucky shirt on. So
it.
Janet, if you're watching, I love it, and I'm so excited. I had something to wear today. So hopefully you all are wearing something today. Let's see. So we got Mary here, and Rebecca, and Chris, and another Mary, and Joan, and Kathy, and hello, Janine. Janine is watching from home, and there's Kim. So lots of people are joining us today, Becky, and they're going to love it because you have brought in some really super amazing projects. And they're kind of like Tim Holtz style, but very creative. You should be on his design team, Becky, for sure. Oh, and now we've got lights. So we got lights above, and Becky lit up her houses over here, or her makes. And we're going to show you and tell you all about these, so you're going to be as excited as I am, I know. We even have salt or pepper, I don't know which they are, shakers. And we've got oil cans and tags, and we've got the globe and a candle. Oh my. And Sally's here from Scottsdale. Denise says we're cutting in and out really bad. So I'll turn our microphone off and back on, and we'll see if that helps. So we'll give that a try and see if it helps. Sometimes it's a connection. I was trying to watch a show yesterday, Becky, and it was cutting in and out. I don't know if I was on Netflix or where I was, but so I had to turn it off, I'm afraid. So now I'm watching the latest Bridgerton show.
I haven't got to see it. It's out now?
Yeah, well, the one about the Queen.
Oh,
Queen
right.
Charlotte.
That's old.
It's old. I'm behind. I'm behind.
I was excited.
Okay.
I thought a new one was out.
No, not yet, but I'm sure there will be. I love those Bridgerton series.
Uh-huh.
So welcome to Memory Bound, everybody. It's Monday morning, and we are as happy as could be. We had our holiday party for our staff Saturday night, and boy, was that fun. Our theme was, of course, hippie holidays, since we're doing the hippie thing this year, and it was a lot of fun. I'll post a group picture so you can all see us, and we'll wish you all a Merry Christmas. But for today, we're here with Becky, and I love it, Becky, because you said some of the things you brought were easier and some were more complicated or more involved. We'll just say more involved. That's better.
Yeah.
So what do you want to start with?
Well, let's start with this simple.
All right, let's go simple.
Last year I showed where you just use one of these pins
That's
and
the
a piece
memo
of
pin.
ephemera. And so this year I'm doing wire and then just tying on charms. So I used oil cans, salt shakers, and a little insulator. And they're all just wrapping ribbon around, tying on charms to the base, and then wrapping different wire and do different.
Like this one's got a little snowflake hanging from it. So if you have little things like this, oh, I like your Rudolph. That's got you put the little red bead on.
I mean, it's a super quick
But
and
they look really neat, and you could add them to your trays or whatever you like, and they would add a nice touch.
Yeah. So it's just a quick and easy thing. And then this was just a tag, etc. tag.
That's the etc. tag right here. And all of this is on our calendar. Doug just finished linking it. That's why we have it all in a basket. So we'll try to show what we can. And you guys, you know that Janet's amazing, but that's one of the etc. tags, and that is the medium size.
Yeah. And then I loved this die, the reindeer and sleigh die, because I didn't think I needed it, but you can add more deer because it comes with this section and then this sleigh. This is its own die. This is a die. Rudolph's a die, but you can repeat and add it.
And here it is. It's called Reindeer Sleigh, and it has the little rooftop. Becky, I would not have figured that out to add more reindeer, but you need more because Santa has more than 4 reindeer.
So you can have every reindeer on there.
And there's the little rooftop that you used, and oh my gosh, and that's $34.99. And you can see here, it's kind of nice because it's in different pieces. Different pieces cut out on the same die.
And you get the stars as well.
Look at the stars.
So, it was and I just cut it twice, and I did metallic silver on the back, and then put the black core paper on the front.
Okay, so
I cut it twice.
All right, and then it's layered. That's why it looks really cool.
Now, the reins, or whatever you call it, when you do the second set, I cut the end off so I could use it for Rudolph, because Rudolph doesn't have any reins. So I just cut the end off and just stuck
I did not know that.
Rudolph is by himself. So I just cut that off so I could have reins for him.
Oh, okay.
So
you can just trim it down.
Yeah.
But very clever. I would have never thought that, it's okay, Kelly, if you want to cut out another set of reindeer and have more reindeer pulling Santa. So, and that's probably what Tim meant to do.
Because I have seen people use it, but they haven't increased it. So
Becky, you are so creative and amazing. So,
and then I use this shadow. What is it? Forest shadows.
And that's your trees, because he's going up around the rooftops, and there's tall trees, and that's got the stars with it.
And this was from Halloween with the bats.
Well, and Diane told me, Diane used that the other day. I don't think we have one here, but she told me we needed to stock up on those because people were going to use it for Christmas, and we did. I'm pretty sure we still have them.
And then I just splattered. I took blue paper, and then I just took oxide different blues and went all over the paper to kind of give it different.
So you did blue on blue to make it look a little varied.
So you have different shades.
Well, I think that's amazing.
And then I splattered it with white paint, sprayed it with pixie spray because I ran out of resist spray.
And then glittered it with
the glitter duster. So that's how I did that. So really, that's a pretty simple.
It's mostly die cutting.
It's just die cutting.
Die cutting. But I never thought about the reindeer or taking blue paper and using blue ink on it just to make it look a little more varied and like a night sky.
Yeah.
We have learned a lot of techniques already. So
then I did a little snow globe. And I couldn't find a snow globe.
Okay.
I didn't know if they were somewhere else, but I didn't see one.
Hey, we're ringing a bell. Guys up front. Oh, we have the bell. I didn't think we had it. Okay. I think we have this, but we'll have somebody look. Becky, will you see if we have this globe? Becky's going to look for it. Oh, maybe we are sold out.
I didn't find any the other day.
Okay. We might be sold out of it, so if it's something you want to get, let us know. But let's talk about what's inside the globe.
Then I just took little wood blocks, covered them in paper, tied twine around it, did a tree, sprayed it with green
distress
spray, and then took green paint, and rubbed on the edges.
Okay,
So
that's
how
what
you
I
have the
wanted.
two
That's
shades.
what I wanted to know is how you got your tree to look like that.
Yeah, I just rubbed.
So you sprayed it and then just took like your finger and
just
wiped
rubbed
paint
the
on
edges.
it. Oh
yeah,
my
to
gosh!
give it a different tone.
And that looks like the baubles there.
Yeah, and I just put rock candy, and then on the back I did a little gathering of twigs.
Oh,
and tied them together.
Okay. Let me zoom in on that. So there's a little pile of twigs tied with the. Oh my gosh!
And now the Santa.
That's what I want to hear about.
And I couldn't find a Santa.
Okay.
But
Oh, thank you.
okay, the Santa. How I did that effect? I used foundry wax on it to begin with, and then I painted it,
Okay.
and then I sanded it,
Oh my gosh.
and then I put alcohol ink over it, and
The
that's
lights
how
are
I
kind of
gave.
glaring on it, but I don't think I can get rid of the glare. Wow, Becky, how did you just come up with that yourself?
No,
Or-
I saw one of Tim's makers did a cuckoo clock, and they had the tin soldiers, and that you'll see the tin
Oh,
soldiers when
okay.
we do that in a little bit.
Then we can see
'Cause
them without a
it's-
glare.
yeah, and it's the same technique.
Oh my gosh,
And
it-
she had used that on that cuckoo clock.
It looks very old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
So then, this is
Let's check this out.
49 a market, and I just did a rub-on on the. It's just one of those light-up candles, a cheap little light-up candle, and I put the rub-on on there. But I thought, what if I have this be year-round? So then on the other side,
Oh my gosh.
I took another rub-on and put it on this side.
So you guys all saw that. You do something different do a year-round on one side, or you could do fall on one
Yeah,
side.
you
or
could do anything,
Halloween
but that
or
way
whatever.
you have different seasons.
Now, how did the rub-ons go on? Was there any trick, or did you have to do
No, it
anything
was.
special?
I mean, it's not as easy as on paper, because on paper it just boom, it's done.
right.
But you just rub it and it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, it'll take just a
So
little
just
bit longer,
keep
but
it going.
not long. And
Well,
just lift it
that's-
up and try it and rub a little bit more.
That is really neat. So,
So-
hey, we could make our own seasonal candles.
Well, and this is a very easy gift to do if you're going to somebody's house or something. It's
Like a hostess gift,
yeah, it's quick and easy.
or maybe something to give grandma or
Yeah.
a friend or a teacher.
So, easy gift. And this is an easy one too. It's just and I forgot to get these, a canvas panel.
It's a canvas. It's not a stretched canvas. It's a flat
No,
canvas
it's
panel.
just the
They're
hard,
very
and you can see
affordable.
It's
and that-
hard. It's easy to mail, because this I'm going to mail with a
Oh, it's a
card
gift.
in one
Okay.
of those little boxes that you had.
Oh yes, yeah.
So I thought this would be easy to mail, and so I kind of overdid it with the little splattering. I kind
You
of
did? Oh,
I splattered a little bit much, but
it looks
it's
good
too
on the
late.
camera.
Once you do it,
You
it's
can't unsplatter, can you?
no. And I just used 49 a market ephemera, film strips, put glitter on, put some Nuvo drops,
Very
rubbed luster
nice.
wax on the edge. So I mean, this is another.
So that's going to be from the Christmas Spectacular.
Yeah.
And is that a paper on the background?
Yes, I just did one of their papers, and then I did the back too, because I know
It's nice. I like having the
those
backs finished.
But there you can see the luster wax more. And like I said, I overdid the splatter, but you can't undo it.
I don't think they're going to say, oh gosh, this is a nice gift from Becky, but
If
I
it
think she
wasn't
overdid the
splattered, yeah.
splatter.
So, but this is a simple, quick, and easy gift too if you're going somewhere and you want
Right,
just to.
especially when it's personalized with
Yeah.
a photo is really nice.
So
Or you could put a quote in there if you,
you could
wanted
put
to.
anything. You don't have to put a frame. You could have just done all ephemera.
And the 49 and Market Christmas Spectacular is really nice to work
Yeah.
with for this.
And I did put some rub-ons and stuff. So
And then you'll see around the edge, that's the rose gold luster wax, which you just rub on with your finger. And
Yeah.
here, we've got a jar of it. I'm bending down. Here's the silver, and I'm guessing Becky has used silver
Yep.
on another project.
Yep.
And these are $9.99. They come in silver, gold, rose gold, and there's an ivory and a charcoal. And you just rub them on with your finger.
And they last forever. I've used the rose gold a ton.
I'm glad you said that because they do last a long time, and I thought about saying it and I forgot. So,
Because I've
and they
used a
smell
ton.
good. I
Yeah.
like to mention they smell really
Yep.
good. So that's probably one of my favorite little metallic embellishments.
Okay, let's do one of these.
Oh, we're going to a Big Daddy now, everyone.
Yeah, we'll
hold
go to
on,
a Big
Hold on to
Daddy.
your horses.
Okay, I have this box.
OMG.
And it was I think it had a hair straightener or something, but it had a magnetic closure.
Oh, yeah.
So I saved it for I don't know how many years. And then finally I thought I wanted to do a box. So I made it into a house.
Oh, Becky, that's amazing. Those look like the windows.
Yep.
The Tim Holtz backdrop.
And
or
I forgot the windows too.
Okay,
I
can
didn't
you
do
want to
very
ring the
good.
bell? That's all right. Becky got here like 30 minutes ago. She had to unload all of these projects, and we got a lot of people up there that have lots of time to help us out.
I added icicles and that
Chris, we need
This is
the windows.
this is a stencil that's got snow. It's good for snow that I put on the windows to make it look
okay.
like
Thank you.
ice on the windows. I use,
Yep.
it'll work.
So these, sorry, got this a little late. These are the window frames, the baseboards from Tim Holtz, and you get 10 different ones, and it's $7.99, and that's what Becky has used here.
Yeah. And his baseboards, there's doors, but they're kind of, if you've got one, great. Otherwise, they're kind of sold out all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
But I just used a door, used some stickers, did an ephemera Santa.
Oh my gosh.
And this was that green stuff he had last year that I made a wreath out of, put the droplets.
And we are getting, not Tim's, but we have another one coming in. It's wired. Is that the trim you're talking about that's wired? We just got a box in that has that, but it is not checked in yet. So it comes in like a string or like kind of a ribbon, but Becky took it and made it into a wreath. So you amaze me, Becky. Oh my gosh.
So that's the front of my house. And then you open it up, and then you've got that.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm going to have to come over there so I can tell you, because I don't remember
come on around. Come on around. Okay, let us get adjusted here just a minute, folks.
You're fine.
I'm going to move this so I can set the basket on it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Becky. And we have lights, everybody.
I just added the different sizes of boxes over here.
So those are the vignette boxes, and we sell them separately, or you can buy them in a set.
Yeah. And I put a window over that one. And then I took the base.
Bring it up a little bit so I can get up closer. There we go.
So then I took a base of one of the old snow domes to make a table.
Oh, geez.
And I did a thimble with a tree in it and added a charm. Up here is just pine cones, confections, bells, snow bubbles. Added the snowfall all over, grit paste with rock candy. That's just ephemera. Then down here,
oh my gosh,
this was just a piece of ephemera, and this was a paper doll, and I colored that in, added some texture paste with some glitter to make a little scene, and just kind of decorated that up.
Oh my gosh, Becky, I love how you added my favorite gems. Or no, is that
I think
Nouveau
that's
drops?
Stickles or Nouveau,
Stickles?
one of the two.
Oh my gosh, but it looks really cool. I wish you guys could see this in person, because it is amazing.
And then on this side, I used one of the old box tops that he had, added snow in the bottom, did my little foundry wax deers. And then on the next shelf, it's all candy. So I glittered up all my candy canes, put them in a thimble. Here was one of the old snow globes that I kind of dug out a little bit so that it looked like gumballs, and put a little droplet on the top so it's a little gumball machine.
Oh my gosh.
Thimbles, and then those are just toothpicks with mica flakes that are dyed to look like that rock candy.
Oh wow.
And then I just did the top of the table that was over there for the snow globe. I used the top of it for a little container for peppermints.
This is over the top for sure.
And then the bottom, I used another door frame or window frame, put a transparency behind it, put lights behind that, put paper dolls in front of it, packages in front of that, the little wood blocks. And then last year's snow globe I put in there with snow and a tree. And just added charms, stars. And that little star on the bottom, I used that, it's not the ink.
That one?
Yeah, it's not the ink, it's the metal, the alloy.
The alloy, yeah.
I just put some gold alloy on it.
So is that metal, or was it die cut?
And that was a metal charm
metal
that I just added some stuff to.
And I noticed that you've got the snowflake there, and I just saw
There are
those.
some, yeah.
So these are the adornment snowflakes, and you'll see these on Becky's projects. They're charms. They have a little hanger on them, and you get 10, and they are $7.99. And those, I think, also, if Maggie is watching, and she isn't because she's working, but I think earrings made with those earrings would be perfect for me. So I might have to request that. And then the little boxes that you see, the little presents, those are made with those wood cubes that we have, and we have 3/4 inch and we have 1 inch. if you want bigger ones. Oh, Becky sees them and she's off to get them. And there's another little snowflake. Oh, there we go. So there are the 3/4 inch. And so they come 4 in a package, and I think they're like 99 cents. So they're really affordable if you want to make little presents. I'm just going to kind of go up and down this slowly, Becky, so everyone can see the detail. And this was a box she had that a dryer, a hair dryer or something came in.
But it had a magnet closure, so I thought that'd be perfect to do something
hey,
with.
watch your Christmas gifts. You might be getting a cool box.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's going to be perfect for making an amazing project in.
and I'm glad when I first did it, I put the ribbon for a hook to get it open over there.
This, yeah.
And by the time I did the ribbon and the thing, I couldn't close it with the magnet. I'm like, are you kidding me?
So what you
But
do?
eventually, when it was closed, because I did this the last project of the year. I just got it done before Christmas.
Okay.
So by the time it set all year, the magnet worked.
It works again?
Because it was closed, yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you made this at the end of last year.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So that's
Totally
that one.
amazing, everybody. They love it. And there's a request for you to show your stuff at the crop next year. Janet said she couldn't even link because she's busy looking at your stuff.
And then I saw one of his makers do this, and I think it was Tammy B, I think.
Oh my gosh.
But it's 3 boxes put together.
3 medium ones,
Yeah.
probably.
And see, here's one side, and then here's the other. So that's how you get your 3 boxes. You switch them, and then you have different scenes on each side.
Okay, so the middle one is flipped.
Yeah.
I would never have thought of that.
Because she had done it, and I'm like, I need to, because this is more cabin-y, so I wanted to make this for my cabin. So I kind of followed what she did, but changed it some. So we'll look at this side first since it's here. I just took those Christmas
the
frames, and they have all these strings, so I tied a charm on each side. I put one of his snapshots.
That's hard to say.
Yeah. In there, colored some of those up. Paper doll, colored it.
Now, what are you coloring them with?
Watercolor pencils.
Watercolor pencils? Okay.
And then I took one of the old lanterns and I painted it with distress paint and then aged it up. And took 2 barrels, his old barrels, and turned them over to glue them. Put some pine cones, some of that greenery that I made the wreath with. I cut some of that up and put in there. Put a window and a piece of ephemera behind it.
So we have having the tree, looking outside at the tree.
And then on the top, it's just trees, the wood discs, more of the greenery, the pine cones, the deer that I painted brown and then sanded to kind of look like wood, and bells around their necks. I stacked up wood, and that's pretty much the top.
Wow.
And then on the sides, I just put
what
crackle
did you
paste.
do? Oh, crackle paste?
Yeah,
okay.
and then just painted them brown afterwards. Or not painted, but
And you got sticks on the end.
sticks on the
very
ends,
woodsy.
ties on, yeah. And then I have the frames again in the back with pocket cards as the picture.
Okay.
The trees, the reindeers, ephemera on the bottom, ephemera in the middle, backdrop, and ephemera, and paper dolls.
Just the way you grouped all of this, and here's like a tag, and she's got a piece of ephemera on it.
And what do you call those?
Eyelet?
Eyelet.
So you did the eyelets. Hey, Memory Bound's bringing eyelets back.
Yeah, I like
For
my
sure.
eyelets. Yep.
Well, this to me is looking at the top, and I know you're not seeing it in person, but it's a wowzer to me because you just see green, the green and the brown, and it just looks like a scene from outside. And there's the log slices used in a different way that I haven't seen. And we do have the log slices. I think they might be called wood slices for real. I'm not sure.
I thought I grabbed them. Maybe I
Becky's
didn't.
looking for them. We don't really have
Here.
our stuff out in a very organized way. Oh, here we go. And they're $5.99, and you get 15. And there you can see that's what she used up on the top. And Wendy Jean says she loves all the little trinkets and things.
Yeah.
And because I think it's the greenery. Because you know you're used to seeing a lot of red, and
yeah.
you see this, and it is very woodsy, Becky.
And
nice job.
I didn't really want it Christmas so much, but I wanted it more cabiny and so wintry, so that I could have it
Right.
at the lake all winter.
And you'll see, so her reindeer, she painted them with paint and sanded them. So there's another way. People do alcohol ink, they do foundry wax. I don't know if anyone's done luster wax or not. Teresa showed us how to color some of the salvaged items last week.
Yeah. So
Amazing.
that's a way to do that. And this is my last, these are my 3 hard ones.
Okay, so we're getting those out of the way. And before we do that, we had somebody that, Becky filled a basket of things. So if you're not familiar, here are the salvaged deer, and you get 4 in a package, and you get 2 larger ones and 2 smaller ones, and 2 are sitting, 2 are standing, and they're $9.99. And there's the deer, and there's a Santa, and some other salvage things. Let's see if we missed anything else, Becky. I think that pretty much did it. Oh, wow. Here we go.
Okay.
This, amazing.
One of his designers did a storefront, and I really liked it. So
It's so fun.
I had to do my own. So I used a Vanette tray, and then I put the ribbon around the edge, and then one of these, aren't they marquee?
Yeah, I was looking for one. Here it is. So, and I love seeing uses for the marquee. They're called festive marquees. They're $8.99. Becky used Season's Greetings here, and here you can get that, and Merry Christmas. And it's kind of the retro, kind of reminds me
Yeah.
of the lettering, like from old-fashioned signs. Did you paint it, Becky, then? Or how did you get it red
I painted it, put luster wax on the edges,
Okay.
is how I got that.
Amazing.
That look. And then I started off with the store, and you can't really see it very. Here's a picture
Oh, here
of
we
what I
go.
did for the inside. Because once you get the door, I think it's going to glare too much. I don't think you can actually see.
With
what's
our
in
light
there.
here, it's going to glare. So I'm glad you got the picture.
So I did dolls. I painted dolls. I made books. Whoops. Did a clock, a tree, some old picture frames, some candies. Just did a mixture of stuff. And so I had stuff on each shelf. And the shelves I made with the etc. trims.
Okay.
And I think
did-
I pulled those.
You did pull those. We need to have somebody come over and get us organized, Becky.
Oh, right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, there
They're
they are.
behind.
Okay.
So
Sorry
those are
about
the
that.
shelves.
So she made the shelves with these etc. trims.
Yeah.
And you're going to get, looks like 15
You get a
different
bunch.
trims. You get a lot, and they're $7.99. And
And there is a die that will cut out all the different trims,
yeah,
which is
Sizzix
nice.
has a coordinating die, which
Yeah.
is unusual.
So once I got this window, it wasn't quite big enough to cover the box. So I used these peppermint sticks to cover the box because there was just a little gap on each side. And I'm like,
that's perfect.
"Ugh." So I did that, and I added sparkle to the candy cane, which is hard to see it. You'll see it.
Yeah.
But, and then to light up, once you get this grid transparency plus that, it was really hard to see. So I had to do 2 sets of lights in there and run it underneath the shelves to get it so you could actually see inside the shop.
Well, I think the candy canes really set off the green
Yeah.
windows and door a lot. I think that was a good move.
And then these are the same trims that I used for the roof. I just used 2 of them and painted them black and stacked them up.
And are these Tim's bells?
No, actually, these are antique bells that were
Oh.
like tied to a piece of velvet ribbon that just looked totally gross because it
Oh.
was so old
Yeah.
and on a pipe cleaner. And they were glittered, but I put a little, they were kind of worn out a little bit. So I put some more rock candy on it, and then I didn't have the green glitter that would match, but I had Nouveau glittery.
Oh, yeah. So that's what you did?
I just went around the edge and it matched perfect.
It is really nice.
So that was kind of a neat thing to add. And then here's the tin soldiers that I did the same type of technique as I did the Santa to age them up to look old. I took 2 trees and sprayed them, used the alloy on the stars, and I used mushroom ink on the droplets
And
because they're too bright.
we do have the trees. They come in different sizes.
Yeah.
This is $9.99, and this is called Woodlands Tree Lot. And this is nice because you get the 3 different sizes, and you get a bigger one. And we have them in some other configurations also. And they are, the material they're made out of, they accept ink and spray. They're not plastic. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what they're actually made out of.
Sisal, like, didn't
Yes,
they say?
yes, you're right. I was going to say, I knew at one time, but I don't know
Yeah, I think
now.
it's Sisal. And then I just added the snowfall grit paste for the snow. I made snowballs, but these I used baubles instead of bubbles, which you could, I've used both.
And you colored those with alcohol ink?
No, not the,
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. Okay, yeah, there's your snowballs.
yeah. And then these were old Tim Holtz. They were,
Oh, I remember
yeah.
those, Becky.
so I still had some of those, so I spelled out joy. Did candy canes standing up with a bell.
You don't ever worry about using your stuff, like being
No.
a hoarder and using it and then not having it?
No.
That's not a...
You got to set it out and just play with it.
Well, that's right. And enjoy it.
Yeah, and I'm totally into stacking wood. I don't know why.
So
This
there's
year I
another
did
wood
a lot
stack.
with-
So you just took some twigs
I just
and you
cut
put them
twigs,
together and
yeah.
wrapped twine around
around
them. And then she's been using a lot of this grit paste snowfall, which is sparkly and textury and
Yep.
gives a lot of dimension. And this is one of his newer products.
And then on the, well, I added
Oh.
a little flare.
Okay.
On it.
And flare is, I think that's
I
one
think I
thing
got-
we
oh, right
still.
there.
That's one thing we still have. A lot of Tim's ideology
find it. It's-
is gone. They
yeah.
didn't make enough. I guess we all loved it more than we thought.
And they're not making those anymore.
So we have some flares available from Christmas. So if you want them, might want to get them sooner than later. You get 12, and they're $5.99. That's
That's
a
not
really
bad.
good price.
So I just put one on there and some glitter. And then I just on the back put more snow on the roof. And just some snow on the, like it blew on there with some ephemera.
Oh yeah, Becky. Okay,
it's icy.
This is cool how you did the snow because it looks exactly like it would if snow was blowing.
Yeah.
So how did you just?
I just took my
Lob some
palette
on?
knife and just
Just put
rubbed
some
every
on?
so, a little bit here and
Looks
there.
nice.
So.
Wow, people
that's what I
people
did.
are in awe right now, Becky. I have to tell you that they're
Oh,
like, what?
And the thing I really like, which is going to sound really silly, but I hung a little red bell for the door
Oh, let's see. Oh, for when they.
when they open the door.
So there it is.
Yeah.
And we have a question about the lights. Were we out of the lights?
I forgot to grab lights.
Okay, we'll just
I
ring
was
the
in a
bell.
hurry.
We'll just ring the bell. Hey, Maggie, could one of you guys get us some Tim Holtz lights?
Yes, I'll get it.
The little lights are from Tim Holtz, and Becky said she used 2 on this project.
Yeah.
And they're kind of cool because they're on a string, and you just rip them. You just cut them.
You cut them when,
Unlike, I remember growing up, a lot of problems with Christmas lights
yeah,
in
you
the tree.
couldn't do that.
Or if one of them burned out, they all burned
You're
out.
in trouble. Yeah.
So,
So anyway,
well, everybody loves it. It is, I was just about to say what Candy's saying. She says amazing, and that was almost what I said. Thank you.
and they have all different colors, which is what some of the people that are doing these are putting all different colors in there. But that wasn't bright enough to.
Oh, you
I
needed
spent
the
so
white.
much time on the stuff inside, and
You
some
want
of
them to show, yeah.
Yeah. Which I should have. Some people are putting the shelves like on the outside. They're putting boxes and putting their stuff on the boxes and not so much in the storefront.
So if people
you can do
wanted to
that
see
too.
this, would they go to the Tim Holtz
Tim Holtz
Attics
stuff, yeah.
and search on storefront?
Yeah, and there's a lot of people are doing these now.
And these are the tiny lights, and you get 2 for $7.99, and you'll see the little battery pack. And you turn them off and on, and they're nice for lots of little things. Sometimes I've seen them, and I know Becky's probably done this, where you put them in the trees or whatever you want, whatever you like to do. So Becky, one more question on
yep.
this one. I love how you did the stars.
Yep.
And those are the mirrored stars, and they're just $4.99 for 70.
I use those all the time.
So how did you get them to
I
look
ink them. Oh, that you just take the alloy
Okay.
and you just drop of alloy on it, and it
And
just
it
spreads.
spreads out. Okay, that's really
But I've
neat.
used it with alcohol ink. I've painted them before. You could put foundry wax on them if you want. You could just leave them plain too. And sometimes I'll do, and I think Diane does this too, put 2 different shades of alcohol ink. Like
Yeah.
I'll put a yellow and then mushroom.
Mushroom always makes
So I
things
do
look
that
good.
a lot as well.
So
And
there's-
sometimes I've done alloy with mushroom as well.
So there's a question about the grit paste snowfall.
Yes.
Is it white? So like
It-
where
it
you've got it here,
dries-
you don't see the paper below it?
If you don't put a lot, it looks, let's see if I can see. Like here you can kind of see through. Like up there it's thinner. Down here I put it on pretty thick because I wanted it
So
thicker.
it
Otherwise
does.
it looks like ice.
Okay, so if you put it on thick, it's going to look more white, like snow.
Like you can see, well, where did I do that
And if you
at?
put it on thinner, it looks more. It's a little more clear
Well,
and looks
here.
like ice. Is that what's on your windows
That's
here?
what's on my windows. See how it looks more like ice?
Oh, up here.
Yeah. And
So
on the
the
window
more you use,
itself.
the whiter it is.
Yeah, because you can see the ice on the windows.
Becky, these are amazing.
So, and I did add rock candy glitter over the top of it as well. Even though it sparkles, I just wanted
You wanted a little
super
more. She
sparkle.
wanted more sparkly, so she used these 2 things together, and you put it
Yeah.
on while it's wet.
Yeah.
And Becky, someone has a really good question for
Yep.
you. Dorothy says, do you make a plan or pattern before you start putting it together?
No.
I figured that was going to be your answer.
I set all my stuff out. I knew I wanted to do the shelves, and I knew if I had known that it would have been hard to see, I probably would have done something a little different. But I just set my stuff out. I started with the shelves and the inside, and then just played. And I knew I wanted these soldiers because
Yeah, that looks really neat.
Like the
It does
soldiers.
remind you of an old shopping downtown in the old days.
yeah.
Probably back in the 60s or earlier maybe. It's Becky, very nice.
So-
People love your
So that's
projects
what that
and they
is.
love seeing them.
So those are the hardest ones.
Those are the hardest ones. Okay,
Yes.
now we're going to go to easy ones.
Yeah, so let's go to some easy.
I've kind of made a mess out of Becky's table, as
That's
you can
okay.
see. There's so many good products that.
Okay. I wasn't going to bring this, but I thought these are easy.
Oh my gosh! Yes, you should bring that.
So that's just the company. And again, this is a quick and easy thing if you have to give to somebody or want to stick in with a present or something. It's quick and easy. All I did was put some paper on the front and then put a bunch of ephemera, splattered it, added some stickles probably, and Nuvo drops, did washi tape on the binding, and then on the back I just put paper and inked it.
These make really nice. I think the mini comp books are maybe $1.49 or something like that. They're really inexpensive, and they are mini comp books. So
Yeah.
people could make a list, or you could write something to somebody, or they make really nice gifts, hostess gifts.
Super easy.
Set
Use
'em in the
any
tray.
type of papers that you had left over from your Christmas cards. You
Oh,
could use
sure.
those papers for it and make a quick and easy present for
And
somebody.
if this isn't your look, but you're more of a doodle bug,
Yeah, you can do
you just do it in
Doodlebug.
Doodlebug. Pick out your own thing.
I did my Christmas cards in Dear Santa,
Oh,
and that leftover paper would look really pretty
it would.
too.
I love that.
But you could do in 49 at Market would be gorgeous.
And Becky, we have a stencil question. They're
Yes.
wondering what stencil you used for snow on your windows.
I can tell you. Hold on, I brought my
She's going to tell us
stencils.
because she brought it.
I got to.
Becky, we love it when you come.
Let's
You
see.
come and visit Memory Bound.
It's a really good stencil for snow.
And this is the glitter. I'm pretty sure this is what's on that star, and that's
Yes.
the Distress the Glitter Dust, and it's the
Oops,
vintage.
that's hard to see. It's this one.
Oh,
There.
okay. I think we have that one.
Do you have that one?
You have to ring the bell, and we'll get somebody back here. We'll have them come back. I'm thinking
but
is
it's
it
a good one.
splatters or something like that. So we're going to
Well, it
look
doesn't
that
have
one up.
names. It's 021.
Katie, would you see
Do
if
they
we
have this one?
She will. She's whispering. So this is the vintage platinum glitter. I couldn't think of
No.
the name of it. Is
That's
that what's
very-
on here?
Yes.
Okay.
But
I've heard. Tell us, Becky.
this is very pretty glitter, and it looks really pretty. I put that on the tree inside of my storefront as well.
Okay.
But This is the glitter Katie would never want to touch,
Yeah.
because I think you open the jar and it like poof.
It explodes. It's got a lot of static, maybe. I'm not
Yes.
sure what it is.
I love clear rock candy because it stays where you put it. It doesn't make a mess all over. That I love. This stuff I love when it's done, but if I could do it outside, I'd do it outside, because it's you end up with it all over your face, all over your clothes, everywhere. But
And
it's very, very pretty.
It is pretty because look at this star.
And I've
It's
done
a different look. So you
Yeah.
got. Thank you, Tim, for giving us 2 glitter choices.
But
Okay.
so anyway, so that's what that was.
Awesome.
And then another quick, here she's got it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it looks
No,
like.
not either one.
So we don't have that.
Then you're stuck
okay.
out of it.
Yeah.
All right, we are out of that one, but we will get it ordered
Like
because
called snow or something.
I think
It doesn't have they don't put
I
names
think it
on
might be splatter or something.
But I can get you the number so you have it.
We've usually have that one. This one might be too perfect, but I do like it a lot.
Yeah, that's why this one's so good, because it's
This one's called Bubble.
You can do a lot of heavy snow or light snow.
Yeah,
It depends
depending on
where,
the forecast.
Yeah, it just where you want it on your project. Let's do these, because this is it's quick and simple. And people have been doing these, and I wasn't going to bring these either. And I thought, well, just a reminder.
We love to see them. We love it all. I've got a package that fell apart in here,
Uh-oh.
but I don't know. Okay.
It's with the frames.
Yeah.
We'll fix it. I love this Santa. So I did just the Santa with a little believe charm and twine. And on the edge of it, I just rubbed a gray ink over it.
Oh, it's
That's all.
really
And
nice.
it's just a soft gray. This one, I just added the music material and then added ephemera, some Stickles Nouveau droplets.
and
I
we
thi-
have those droplets. We have the gold and silver, and then we have the ones that are Halloween, and those actually look like the Halloween ones.
Yeah, probably. And then I tied ephemera and a
Aw.
token and just tied some twine on it. And I think I just did brown on the edges of that.
So you just use like Tim Holtz ink on
Yeah,
those?
just to-
okay. So
just
maybe
rubbed
Lost
it.
Shadow and
One of the
vintage
browns.
photo or something. Oh, this looks like an old
And this
one.
is an old one.
Oh my gosh.
And I did tied a charm on the top, put a ribbon, and stamped on the ribbon before I put it in there.
Yes, before she put it in there.
Yeah. And then I tightened it all up, and when I was went to hang these, I dropped the hammer on it, and it got all loose, and I can't fix it. So it's just the way it is.
That is what it is.
Yeah. It's just too bad.
It's funny.
I tried to find a different snow one, and we really don't have one.
That's fine.
It's funny because Becky Janet posted out here that she was trying to fill her glitter duster with that yesterday. I assume the platinum.
The platinum, yeah.
And she made the mistake of having her ceiling fan on.
Oh, no.
So you want to turn off your
Oh,
ceiling fan
Janet,
when you're
Janet,
working with glitter,
Janet.
especially when you have a new craft room that you're setting
Yeah,
up.
poor Janet. Okay, so let's get these out of the way. All right, now the next one I'll do is easy too. And then we'll get into the others. We're getting there.
Then look out, everybody.
Okay, this was a book. I wanted to show
is a
you how you
good
could
story.
take a book and turn it into a frame.
And it's meaningful.
Yeah, this was my husband's father, his apprenticeship book for sheet metal. And he had the book, and so I'm like, we could turn that into a frame. So I love the writing on the front, so I didn't
I
want to
do
cover
too.
the whole book. So I took metal paper and put on the top and the bottom. I took one of the Excedra panels for here.
So if people don't know, Becky, and they might not know, the etc.
They have
the
all
tag
different
that she made
sizes.
in the beginning,
They
they
have-
come in all different
yeah.
sizes now, and they're just
And
a
there's
great
smaller
background.
ones. They have little squares, little rectangles.
If
There's
you
a ton of them.
type in etc. on our website, you can
Yeah.
find, and they're great backgrounds.
Yeah, because we're going to show a bunch of them coming up. And then I just took a foundry embossing folder that looked like metal and rubbed black paint so I could kind of get that layered look. Took hardware heads and then a metal frame and then put a picture of him when he was younger.
That is really, really special, and like I said, very meaningful.
Yeah. So
very cool.
I wanted to keep it. My husband's like, Dad's birthday's coming up. You should really give it to Dad.
Oh,
So I said, okay. So I showed him it. His birthday was last week, and I said, here's what you're getting, but you can't have it till I showed it the video. I'll give it to you as soon as the video.
it's going to be famous. And his picture is going to be famous too. Well, and I looked inside. This book was copyrighted in 1955, I think it was.
Yeah.
So that's
But you could do this same thing with any picture, any papers.
Right, any book. It wouldn't
just
have to
turn
be
a
a
book
meaningful.
into a frame. So
very
easy
easy
way to
so
do it.
like they'll set it up like
you can
this.
set it up. You can put it in an easel. You can just set it,
Yeah.
like that. Whatever. Lay it down. Whatever you want.
Becky, that's really neat. I absolutely
So-
love that idea.
So, and this was a very easy idea too. This anybody can.
Anybody can do it.
Yeah, that's easy. Okay, then let's do these panels, and then we'll do this book. How's
Okay.
that?
Well, that'll be our grand slam.
Yeah. Okay, let me come
Where
over
do you
there
wanna
so I can
start?
show you.
Here, let me move this. We can get this out of the way. We're rearranging everybody so to give Becky some room.
Okay, these are all using the
Oh, okay.
vignette panel,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yep. The vignette display panel.
So that's what all these are using.
And this is the thing that we have been using for like our work tray. We put the
Yeah.
piece of acrylic inside and
Just
then
use this side.
paper, and Becky used the back.
And
of
you
all
can
of them.
decorate these too. I mean, you can do either side when you decorate with them. Okay, for this one, I did mummy cloth. I dyed it
Oh, wow.
and
that's
put it on
mummy
the
cloth?
outside, yeah, and just wadded it up. And then I used one of those etc. panels again in a rectangle. Did the same thing, and I sewed around the edges, and then you get the edges wet, and then you roll them up, and then they stay like that.
So that's paper?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
and used the nails, bent them over. Used one of his frames with violin. That's my father-in-law as well.
Oh, my gosh.
And did a definition of violin, did some more sticks with ephemera that I wadded up and inked. A little charm.
You are
clipping.
into sticks.
Yeah, I kind of like sticks.
That's just like Maggie.
Uh-huh. Clipping stickers, rub-ons, and then these labels.
Yeah, we have labels.
Yeah, I thought maybe I forgot them. But the labels and the label frames.
So I'm gonna ring the bell because I want people to see
Do you
how
want me to
those
go get 'em?
work. Yeah, we've got the frames. We don't
Oh,
have
here's
we need the
These little
chipboard
things.
labels from Tim Holtz.
Oh, I did get the frame?
You got the frames?
Oh, I didn't get home.
So what's cool? Becky's
Uh-oh.
Becky's getting us the chipboard.
Oh, okay,
What
sorry.
was that?
Thanks, Katie.
It's the guy.
Oh,
So these are
over
the
there.
quote chips. And what's really neat was the choke clips. The quote chips came out with some really neat quotes in them, and you get 48, which is a lot. And then they are sized to fit inside the label frames.
And you don't have to use the frames if you don't want to.
Right.
You can also, if you don't want them to be thick, you can peel the top off.
Oh, I forgot
and
about
you can
that.
use it just as ephemera as well.
So they're chipboard, but Becky says you can peel the top off and just have
Yeah.
and there it is in the frame.
Yep. And then I just used a music stencil and did crackle paste through the stencil.
Amazing. People are really loving all of these, and even if you just get a little bit, one idea from here, like for me, rolling up that paper or dyeing the mummy cloth and sewing around the edge or doing some sticks, because that's kind of your grounding right there for your photo is using the sticks. And I love those frames.
I love those
I
frames
have
too.
them at home. I haven't used them, I'll admit, but I have them because I absolutely love them.
Well, I got them for my heritage albums to use in some of that.
Well, and Janet a few years ago did a video where
frames.
she made all her
Yep.
old Christmas photos to hang in her tree. That's why I bought them, but I haven't done it yet.
And then this one, I used kind of the same techniques, but I put lace, crocheted lace around the edges, curled the papers again, used the nails. Same thing with the chip clipping stickers,
Oh, yeah.
plus rub-ons, and then there's a star that I just put alcohol ink on. alcohol inked one of the adornments, put some buttons, did a thing out of the dictionary family, hung some buttons, some ribbons, and the diamonds, or not ribbons, but
we love Tim's
adornments.
diamonds.
Yeah. And then another star, and that I think I used the alloy as well. And then I nailed in the little charm over here.
Oh, there you go.
And I used the black texture paste
Oh,
for the
on your
roses.
background?
Yeah.
And you used the roses and the black texture paste when you were here before.
Yeah, on another.
And that's the black opaque texture paste. And I think it's really amazing product because it is just very black and you're not used to seeing, we haven't had black before.
No.
And even if you mixed it with ink or something, this is a really solid black.
Yeah, because I would not, until I did it on my Halloween thing, I would not have taken black alcohol or black texture paste on a project like this.
It looks cool, though.
But I liked it so well on the Halloween that I thought I needed to try it on one of these
Yeah, I think it's good.
for something different. Then this one is not my style, but it's totally the person that I did.
Are you making these for other people, Becky?
These are going to be gifts, yeah.
Oh my God.
But this is Kenny's aunt, and she was totally into purple, totally into flowers. She saved letters. She saved everything. So I had an old letter, and I did it one from the side. So if the person that gets this wants to read this letter, they can pull it out.
Pull it out, and look at that. It says postmarked U.S. Navy, 1946. And look at the other postmark there for 6 cents. Well, that's a treasure.
Yeah.
What a nice way to keep something like that.
And then she crocheted, and she did a lot of that. So I had, at the Junk Jubilee, they had a big package of crocheted stuff for like a couple bucks.
That was perfect.
So I didn't feel bad for cutting it because it wasn't anybody I knew.
Okay.
So I took and cut a bit so I could put, and this was the original frame that this came in. And I put that there. This was on a pair of her earrings that I took the roses off of. And I just put their initials there.
Oh my gosh.
Had an old piece of jewelry that I just put on. She liked flowers again and purple, so I did stenciled that same rose.
Katie has
over
an aunt
here.
that loved purple too. That must have been a popular thing.
And then I did the mini brushstrokes flowers because she had tons of artificial flowers all over her house.
Oh my God.
So I made a bunch of flowers, did some mummy cloth behind it, and got all the strings, and did a couple clippings,
gosh.
stickers, one of those labels again.
There it is, guys.
And then this was a die, and I've got the name of it over there if anybody wants to know, but it's a Valentine die, and it made a box. Well, I made it three-dimensional. And the way that I did that, I took strips of paper and ran it through the crimper.
Yeah, you crimped it.
And I did one regular paper and then a gold paper on the outside, and then just...
Becky, that's amazing. Oh my gosh. I thought this was a real Valentine
No.
box that you had.
Nope.
Oh my word.
And I embossed a design on top of the metallic paper as well. And then I took mica spray on some ribbon and stained it, did a little loop pin with charms and a pearl. So that's how I did that.
Oh my gosh.
And again, this is not me. I do not do purple or flower
But
like
you
that.
made it for somebody
but
else.
But it is totally her. And when my daughter was looking at it, she said, "Oh my gosh!" And she's like, "That's so Betty." And then she's like, "Oh, that's so Betty. That's so Betty." And she kept looking around, and she's like, "That's so her."
I think it's really cool, and I think it's neat that she has letters from her.
Oh, she
Probably
had
not
tons.
her husband at the time,
No, there was a boyfriend.
but boyfriend.
But yeah, she had tons of sons. She saved everything. And then
I like the story about the artificial flowers around the house.
everywhere. And then this one's a lot more simple because I didn't put sticks on it because this is my mom and dad.
Oh.
And she did not she doesn't get the whole stick thing. She's
She
like,
doesn't get that? Okay.
"Why would you put sticks on there?" I'm like, "I like sticks." And
Yeah.
she doesn't like it. So I did not do that on here. But I rolled the paper up, used crocheted lace again, some clippings, a stencil, and some a little adornment. So this one's a lot more simple, but that's
So,
more like.
Your mom looks really young, Becky. Do you know how old
I think
she
that
was when
was
she
she
got
was in
married?
high school. Well, this
Oh,
wasn't a
that's high
marriage. This
school?
was a
Oh,
high
that's
school
not-
dance.
that's just a dance.
Yeah, it was a dance.
Oh my gosh.
So,
So she was young,
Yeah.
teenager.
yeah. So anyway, so all those.
So what do you think about all that, everybody? Shelley says that the purple one is perfect reflection of her grandma.
Yep.
She loved purple and lavender. They want to know if you have an Instagram page, Becky. Have you started an Instagram page
I
yet?
got one. It's. I've been
'Cause they
putting
love
more
your
crafts.
stuff.
I've been putting more out there. I need to do more
On the
out
Tim
there.
Holtz Addicts or on Instagram?
I put them on I started putting some of my crafts on Instagram, just under me.
Okay. You need
But-
to get a professional artist Instagram page. Doesn't everybody agree that we need to get Becky? Well, unless your page public?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
So if you just look for Becky Thrap,
Yeah, you can.
so just go to
Because I only had a
Instagram.
couple actual family pictures out there. I never used it for that, but I need to take those off and just leave the craft
Yeah,
stuff
I
on
think
there.
that would be neat. They're saying, Sharon said, labors of love. Diane says a lot of thought goes into these, and I think definitely we can all see how talented you are, Becky, and the fact that you're not super local, but she does come a little ways to see us, and we really
Not
appreciate
far.
it a lot.
Okay. Any other questions?
Let's see, does anyone else have questions for Becky or anything else you want to see? We will definitely take pictures.
got
Oh, we
this.
got that.
We got
oh my
one more.
gosh. Okay, sorry guys, I almost cut us off before the last project.
This one, and I know. Anyway, there's
And
a charm there, but I can't get the charm around.
I think
This was an Elizabeth Craft binder. It was brown, and you can tell that it was brown because it's brown inside. I didn't change
I was
it.
shocked.
And I took it and I painted it with black gesso. And they've said that if you want to paint these, you can paint any of them, but you have to use a gesso, either white or black, or I don't know. Do they make other colors?
I think
don't
you
know.
could dye your gesso if you
Probably.
wanted to.
So I just took
Clear.
black
There's a
gesso
clear.
and put it on. And then I took stencils and I put the
Oh my
poinsettias on that, and I did poinsettias here and December 25th. And then on the back, I did the
Oh my gosh.
Santa shoes and the Believe. And after I got and now you can dry the texture paste with the dryer.
Okay.
You can't crackle paste, but you can just texture paste. So I would do that, like I did this, dried it. Then I would get the next stencil out and do that and dry it. And then I did the same way here. I did 3 different ones.
It's amazing.
So, and then once you're done, once it's all dry, then you just take the silver luster wax
Okay, I was wondering how you did it.
and I just took my finger and rubbed it on there all over.
So it's black gesso, and then you did texture paste with a stencil, and then you did the luster wax.
Yes.
Well, Sandy said she saw this on Facebook yesterday, and she loves it.
And you could do, I mean, you don't have to do, so you could just put luster wax over this if you wanted. You could do anything that you want. But it's just a different way. And I was worried about, will it crack like with,
I would worry, yeah, I would be too.
but it moves. I mean,
it's kind of
it's not-
flexible.
yeah.
And there is, so this is a sidekick. Is this a sidekick?
I don't remember.
So there's also
There's
the
different
blank
size.
the blank canvas book from Elizabeth Crafts that Diane showed us, and she had painted and put rub-ons and some other things on hers.
You can decorate them
So
any
it
way
is
you
nice
want.
that you can, and Julie said she saw it and loved it also. So we definitely
So-
need to get out to Becky's Instagram page.
So this is very doable. I mean, it looks hard, but it's not. And you can decorate it, like I said, any way you want. Like Diane used rub-ons and ephemera. And it doesn't have to be the blank canvas one. Like I said, it could
Right,
be
I
any
know.
of
I
them.
was surprised. I just assumed it was this morning, and then Diane said that you used the brown one. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So we don't.
Okay, Mary has a question. She wants to know if you know if the texture paste will hold up outdoors. She has a barn board project and she wants to put. Wait,
I don't know.
I want to use it on a barn board and plan to put polyurethane over the top.
I'd try it.
Yeah, go for it, right? Well, if
Yeah.
you're doing the polyurethane, that
I would
maybe
think that
help.
would protect it from the elements. I don't know.
Okay, does anyone else have questions for Becky? You've got her full attention.
Uh-huh.
And she's here. She can answer a lot of questions. I think Becky has probably used every Tim Holtz project or product that there is. Both what I call gooey stuff and his ideology, Ranger, everything. So if you got any questions, we'll hang on just a second. And Becky, I want to give you a huge thank you for coming in today because
Oh, you're welcome.
you do wow all of us. We are very wowed, and people are sending hearts, and they're like, wow.
Well, and just remember, you don't have to jump in and do something.
Right, just start.
Hard.
Get
I
out your
mean-
stuff. And I think I would like to see your crafting area when you're making,
Oh, right now.
especially these storefront and your other project that had all the little gadget things in it.
Right now, it is an absolute disaster because I've been doing the Christmas cards and I've been doing all of this stuff.
fun.
And my room looks awful.
Very fun. Okay, we have two questions. They want to know what are alloys
I think
and
I
how to
told-
spell your last name.
Thrap, Thrap.
There's only one P. Here's the alloys. So let me grab them.
Yeah. And, oh, that's foundry wax.
Oh, shoot, sorry.
And you could probably use foundry wax on it as well. But it's the same as, like, here's the mushroom ink, and then it's the same thing. It's alloy, but you do need to shake this up. There's a little, you can hear a
You can tell
little
there's a
marble
little
in
ball
there,
in
just
there.
like with the foundry wax. You shake it up, and then you just take the little mirrored star, and I just do a little drop, and
Little
it just
drop.
spreads.
I think the
And it
alloys
just-
are more opaque, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, because if you look
Let's see if
at,
we can find one. I know
where
you.
was a star? Here, on the
Oh, on the tree.
yeah,
here.
see how it covers it more? Whereas,
If you,
Where did I
okay,
put-
did you have one with alcohol ink?
yeah.
If you use alcohol ink, it's more clear, or it's like the glass. It would be like the glass is colored, and
Well,
here
here.
it's like it's.
Here's one that was dyed yellow,
Okay, there's alcohol ink,
and then here's another one that's,
so you can see that it looks like the glass is actually that color.
Yeah.
Where the alloy is
Covers
more
it up more.
solid, and it just looks like it's a gold star.
yeah.
So, and it's the alloys are listed with our alcohol inks. They're kind of a very similar product, and you're going to find them in alcohol inks.
Is there different colors? Because I only have one.
I think there's different metallic, like gold or silver. Well, I think,
I need to
okay,
check
so
that out,
Becky
'cause
has an Instagram page. You'll find, she posts a lot on the Tim Holtz Addicts on Facebook,
Yeah,
but
and
she also has an Instagram page that she's going to start posting a lot of stuff on.
And I posted this on Elizabeth Craft too. Else even liked it.
Oh, good.
I was like Else and different ones, and I'm like, ooh, there's
I know,
Else.
it's always fun to see, like,
There's
if
I forget the other one.
somebody important likes your
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm like, ah.
But we all like it too. And Becky, again, thank you so much for coming in today. And thanks everyone for watching. It's going to be a great week. It's December, time to do your Christmas crafting. And I hope that you were inspired a little bit today
Yeah.
with Becky's projects. And we hope to see you soon. And we'll be back tomorrow morning at 9:30. We'll see you then.